Okay, guys, this is day 5 of Advent of Code. We could not complete day 4 yesterday, time issues and also skill issues, but I will complete that at some point. This is day 5. I've just read it and I don't know if I still understand it. This thing looks nasty. Okay, look at the amount of description there is, right? This is a whole description. I sort of get it, I think. So what we have is basically these rules, and all it's saying is 47 must come before 53, 97 must come before 13. These are page numbers, let's say, and these are updates. So this is how a page is printed, and we just have to find out if it is valid or not. Given it's valid, we have to get the middle number and then add those up. All right. Um, yeah, I have no idea how we're gonna do through this. So the only logical thing for me, first thing to do is for this end, I'm gonna split this into the rules and the other things, updates they call it, and then we will see from there how it goes. Now I'm kind of regretting choosing Go already. Like, these are like quite tough. At least for me, these are quite tough problems at times, and then I'm doing it in a language that I've not done before as well, so that's not gonna help. But with that, let's stop the waffle and then let's keep going. Package main, that is so small. Let me zoom in a little bit. It should be fine. Hide that. I think that's visible, right? Yep. Okay. Function main. We should I should have imported something. Um, yes, import fmt and our event of code 2024 slash utils thing. Yeah, let's say utils dot the file by Ryan or from file. I think I'm gonna read from file to start with. Let's see how that goes. I don't exactly know how we are going to get the data. Beta comma something should be an error, but that should be fine. Does it takes the input file.txt. Let's remove this comma because this is going to cause us an error otherwise afterwards. That is fine. fmt.println data. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger and we'll just go cd into 5 and we'll say go run. I don't have the energy today, guys, to scream, so allow me. I want to split this by two double lines, I think. I don't know how to split these. Beta dot. Ah, is it listening to me or something? You know? Ah, that is quite weird actually. It's almost like even while coding, VS Code is starting to listen to me. Um, split data. Let's see that and see if that actually works. What it did. Don't know what is going on. So I'm going to assume that's one string, right? That's the second string. If I just do 0, do that. Okay, so that's our first. If I go there, okay, that's fine. So for our rules, I think I wanna, at least the idea here is I'm going to create a map, an object, dictionary, whatever you want to call it. And then for each of the key, I will add all of the values after it. So I'll go line by line, take the first one, create that as a key, and then a value will be a list or a slice or an array, whatever you want to call it. So this is just one string, right? I think I should start by splitting that as well. So call it rules. Split, no, rules, and I want to say strings dot. I imported the strings method as well. That's nice. And I want to do split data 0, and then I want to split just by a new line, right? Oh, or should I? Yeah, I think I should split it by a new line. Let's print the rules. Yep. Now since we have the rules, for each rule we're going to create a small for each rule and for loops and with go and me never go together. For each rule in the range of rules, let's say fmt dot line rule just to see if it's actually working. Okay, that seems to do the job. I'm going to split the rule again. Do I need to split it? Yes. So key, comma, rule value equals to, I don't know if this is going to work, but we shall see. So strings dot split. I want to split the rule by with that strings. That means says two variables, but string. Okay, it's not gonna like that. The idea was if it was going to be an array, I just take each of them, but split values or even values. So I will say if rule values 0, that should be our first number. I think I should keep them as a number as well, isn't it? What was it? String convert. String convert. Nope. String convert dot that string convert dot object rule map thing. Is that how you know? I don't know how to create objects in Go. Let's see how to create objects in Go. I'm going to think it's going to call it a hash map or something, isn't it? Oh, struct. Oh, yes, it's struct. That's nice. But do we have to define type? So you said type rule mapping. It's going to be a struct, but then you have to give it like can have many things though. What if I don't want to define it, right? Type I don't know how to go about this. Do I have to define what's going to be in there, or so something of name name of type string, age of type something, but though I don't have the numbers yet. Rules map, the type of rule mapping. That okay. Just getting it. How do I add to it? How do I add? Object. Okay. So how do I add values? Whew, it's already 11 minutes gone. So good. Time goes so quickly. Creating a map. You can create a map instead. Okay. Okay. You can create instead of a struct. Using map or a map. Literally, here's how to do it. So you make a map, and then a map using a map literal. My map age. So we can just say my map age, but this mapping isn't adding or updating values. So let's say initially my object is going to be empty, and I'll add okay, let's see. GPT is so shit. I can't even lie. Like now this is getting worse and worse, I think, because we're all using GPT and there's not enough data on Stack Overflow. And I think that is a problem. Sample data to add to the map equals to make a map. Oh man, my home map will be this. Let's see. Give me a second. Getting stuck with a bloody map. Let's see. So I want to create a map, so I don't need this, right? So I will say rules map. Yeah, what I have to say is say make. I need to look up make because I have no idea what it does. Or is it just when you have to make anything really that it is used? Has an integer key and has an integer list of values. Oh, okay. So the key is going to be an integer and the value is going to be a list of integers. That's what we're saying, right? Hmm. And then what if I say if rules value 0? How do I do it with the map? I think I put the map in here. Say rules map. If I already have the key, so I'm going to say not have the key. If I don't already have this key, is that not the correct way? Nope. It's there before. String with no requirements for a string convert package. And use rule value of type string as integer value in map. Rule values 0. Key value is going to be string convert dot to and then we will pass in our rule values 0. Right, so all I have to say in here is key value. Okay, that's nice. So if our rules map has this key, it's going to be, it doesn't have this key, but for now I don't know how to putting exclamation mark didn't seem to work. So we'll say rules map dot push. Is it push? How to append to a slice info. Have I actually not done that? Even on 5 days. It's quite weird. It's like the first thing you would actually test for when. No, I have. I don't know why I just forgot about it. And I just say append. Does it need another thing? Value of type in is not used. Compiler elements. Append to what though? We want to append to that rules map key value. In here, we want to append the second value, which is rule values 0. Key value, value. These names, man. Like we haven't even started actually working on the problem yet, if you think about it. We are just experimenting still. So, okay. Can I not? Oh, I can now. Okay. So if the key doesn't exist, append that to that, and where's our map? What's it called? Rules map. Wait, where did our map? Okay. So that has to be reassigned to that. Because, oh no, well, yeah, I think so. At least within array, that's how it worked. String convert is not in. Is string convert not a thing, man? You sure that was a thing? Corrected import statement, string convert, or string convert, CONV, not CNV. String, but now it's creating even more of an error. So one variable but string convert returns two values. Imagine not checking for errors. I can't do that now, can I? How do you handle this? String convert is a rules map key value. Okay. Key value. converted. Maybe we'll just use that up here. What's the problem now? Undefined key value converted compiler. Undefined. Cannot use rules. Already been converted. Rules map. Key value. Cannot use rules map. Can I not have strings? What strings? Can I not have integers as keys? Let's copy it. Let's copy it. Day 5 I've lost it all. So any issues can be corrected by GPT. Appending values. The correct way to append to the slicer setting. I have. Just copy that. It's probably added a lot of error handling more than anything else, but that seems to work. Have I done anything differently? That's fine, that's the same, that's the same. Convert the first part to an integer key value error. Checks for the error. Trim space. All leading and trailing white space is removed by Unicode. Okay, fine. Value. Second part to an integer value. First part to an integer key. It's given actually if there's an error, of course. Let's see, rules map. 9, 13, 47 has all of this. Okay, that works. Because we never actually initialize it as well. Rules map key value. Is it that? Equals to append that. Key value. This is our normal key value. Trim values space 0. Yep. So the first one becomes a key value, the second one becomes a normal value. Oh man, allow this. I had this messes up the code. Normally you will do that, but we're not too fussed about not checking for errors here today. I would just want my code to look nice and tidy, easy for me to read, you know. So that's basically it to actually create this array. Now give me a second to decide what I'm going to do with this now, because I have no idea. Okay, welcome back. I spent 1 minute and I think I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but no idea that if it will work. So the idea is, let's say if we go into the rules, so we have 75, right? We'll go and look for the key 75, and then we'll say every other number after it, is that in this list? And if it is, of course the rule is fine. Then we'll go to 47, find the key 47, and if it is, we'll do that all the way basically to the end, and all of them are fine. We'll get the middle value and then add it and do it for each of the line. I can already kind of see the problem here, kind of, is that what if the value is not there? I'm going to guess that doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't obey the rule. It just is not in that part of that code, is what I'm thinking. But we'll have to think about that anyway. So with that being said, split data rules, Here I want to create updates. If I just do alt down, no, alt shift down, yep, call that updates, and that will be our one, and we will split that. Okay, so each of them will be a string. So for each update in the range of updates, so update is going to be our single line. We're gonna have to split that as well. Updated, no, update values, and then that is going to be, let's zoom that in a little bit. The update values is going to be our update, no, it's strings, and we're going to split that. We're going to split the update by a comma, I believe. I think I want to do that trim thing, isn't it? That's quite nice. Strings.trim space, and then we will do the split. Strings.trim space for the update. So we take away, no, do we need to do that? Because we split it through the line. Split it by line, each of them. It should not have any extra spaces. I think it should be fine. Split it by comma. Update values. Okay, we'll put update values. So now we'll say for each of the numbers, for each of the value in the range of the update values, right? Of the update values, so we'll get 75 in here. I think it's better to actually use an index in here. So I'll say I, comma, j, 0, 1. Is that valid? Is that a valid syntax? I think it is valid Go syntax, right? What looks nice, man. I just need to be able to see it clearly. And then I'll say while I is less than the last element, for I less than the length of the values, right? So is less than the update values. Let's just increment it right now because I will forget it after. Okay, and what I want to do is check if update values I, and then our map will be here, rules map. No, wait. Convert index to string equals to convert I to string, and that is going to be strings dot a to I. Is that it? Strings dot convert Nice. This one's string convert, isn't it? String convert a to I. We convert I when I is already a number. So we don't have to convert I, but we convert update values I. So one variable, but string a2I returns two. Still. Okay. Update value who's I. Okay. So our first element has been converted into a string, right? Not a string, I mean an integer. So we will have to say rules map, no, say I as string, I as not even a string, as a num. The variable is named I as num. So as a rules map I as num is, let's say I get that, right? Map index expression of type integer is not used. That is how we rules map key value here. Just print to make sure it's not actually is as I as num. J declared and not used. Man. Okay, so they are numbers. So I update values I. So rules map is I as number. What did I want it to do? So that should give me the list of values. I just wanted to check if J is in there, is in an array. How do you check in if something's in an array? How to check if some value in array in root. Studied somewhere yesterday, can't remember. Little check. Oh man, do I have to do a loop? Don't know. Let's look at yesterday's thing if I actually used it. It's gonna be too much to look at, isn't it? Yeah, I actually ended up using it. Anyway, string is as num, so that's our first thing. I'm going to guess that's going to give us the so okay, so that is the thing. Okay, let's call them values of key. So that will be our, and we just have to check if J is in there. So updated values J is in the list. We just have to check if J is in here, man. How do I do that? Updated values J. Let's try to 53%. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, I'm actually just going to copy a thing from GPT. It just checks if a value is contained within a slice. Okay, so what I'm going to say is contains values of key. I know I was not going to use GPT for things. Update values J. Num. Let's call it J as num, even though it's not necessarily they're already numbers and this J value is num whatever, but do the job. Does it contain that? And if it does exist, we continue and then we increment J. If wait, why did I needed another loop in here, didn't I? For some weird reason. I have managed to do it without. Wait, what was I thinking? I've lost my thought. I less than the length of update. So I will be our first number. J will be our second number. I just have to do a loop here for J less than the length of update values. For J length of update values, we run and we go forward, right? If contains J as num values of key, I think I can keep that outside. If it contains the value of J, we increment J. Increment I when we come out, right? What happens if J is not in there? That just means that line is not existent. So if I say if doesn't contains, can I just say continue? And we do J plus plus. No, we don't continue, we break. We return. We stop this. No, we just want to stop this loop. Nothing else. So we just say break. Otherwise we'll increment J and J keeps going, checks, and we increment I up here. When we go, we can set J back to 0. Mm-hmm. And how do we count the number of valid? J plus plus. So if j is the length of the thing minus 1, right? If j is that, that means we've reached the end. No, not always. If I is the end of the thing, that means we have reached the end, which means this is a valid case, right? But if one of them is not right, the whole thing is messed up, isn't it? So I don't have to check for that line at all. I can just return. I can completely stop if one of the value is the whole update is wrong if one of them is not in the right place. Given that we did reach the end, right? Say if I equals to the length of updated values minus 1. We want to get the update values or the rules. Now we want to get the update values, length of update values. Values type string, value of type integer. Okay, so it's because of that. Okay. So if it is even, what was the case? If it was even, if you're currently only printing the correctly ordered updates, you will need to find the middle page number of each correctly ordered update. Now, if the middle page number is these have examples page. Where is the thing? The ordered updates, you will need to find the middle of the page in the above example. Where did the thing about odd and even go? Let's just search it up. Odd. Nothing. Even. Middle. Middle page number. You'll need to find the middle page number of each current in the happens if it's even. It did have that at some point. Let me pause and read this. I don't know. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will there always be like odd number? I think so actually. I think they just give you the odd number. That's what we'll go by. That they give you an odd number. So what we'll do is we don't have to. No, we have to check for that. We just divide it by 2. We will check it. Why not? We won't consider it, but if it's an odd number, which it always should be, well, I think so. So if it's odd, we'll divide it by 2. How the hell do you divide? Integer division in Go. Let's see. This one. And so divide by 2. Next. Our middle index. Middle number is this going to be our update values. Okay. We can just have the total right here. String. What's a string? Now, total is not definitely not a string. Oh no, middle number, how would that be a string? Middle index, fine. Update values. It is a list of string, isn't it? If that doesn't cause problems anywhere else. Because I can convert this straight away. String. Okay. Wait. So is that total valid here? I think so. Won't be right. Well, hell, it won't even print anything. What happened here? Is total even a thing? Why did it not print anything though? Is it because it's 0 still? Let's me change it. I'm believing that it never actually got updated. This might go. No, it's not that. Is it even? Let's see if it ever hits that. No. Okay. It's gone to that as well. Okay. It's gone to that as well. J is 5. I equals to 0, length of update value is -1. It's still 0. J in there, increment I up there, increment I once. What? For I less than the length of update values. Well, now update values. Set here 47 here. Thus that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is up to 4? Initially it is running through all of them, right? Is as is number 75, second is 47. Yeah, for j less than the updated values, then the update values is exactly the same. Well, yeah, that's what I printed before. Update values string dot split. That's great. Wait, what? I have not used my rules. No, I don't need to. I don't need to. Values of key is rules map. There you go. Is as none. Values of key. If contains values of keys, none, return that. So it doesn't increment j. 2, j is going strong. 4, we hit 5, it won't run now. Okay. If that won't run, j is set back to 0. And then we should increment I should be 1. And then we go down here, right? Yeah. What? Why did we exit again? And if we did exit, the only way we exit is if we hit that. Does not contain. To exit though, I don't think we exit because we're on a line. I think what we had before, just break, might be the better off in here. J loop breaks, and we just increment I. Like I saw something that might break it, but 4. Okay. I is 0. Why is I gone as 0 again? I never reset I. Or update. I keep forgetting there's another loop on the top. Let me think. I think I have too many loops or something. Okay, quick update. So I was just testing. I haven't changed anything on the code. Well, actually, I think that wasn't there before last update. Okay, as I was explaining, I just added that to check that we were not updating j if I is at basically the last position, and I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. But anyway, I was testing it, the removing updates line by line, and these three are valid, should be valid according to the page, gives us the correct result. So that just means that for things that are not valid, my code is not working. So what we're going to do here, at least for this testing phase, keep that 3, remove that. All right, and then if I run that, it's still giving us an answer, but it should be 0. So now we try to make that 0, and hopefully the other one doesn't get 0, right? Let's see, let's see. So I think this is where the error lies, where we actually check if a value is contained within our array. So since it is returning false, right? So it's saying the value doesn't actually exist. We want to break it. But since we added a not in here, this evaluation becomes true. So it should, yeah, so it should break. Huh. But it is not breaking. Let's see. Oh no, it is breaking. So it should be somewhere on here. If I equals to length of update. So it's not going to be that for now. Let's go down. Total, but total is still 0. So I think it is when I is here now. This is where I think it should break, right? Because we have update 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I is basically there. It's going to break. Wait. Yeah, it's fine. If I equals to, which it is, so I is the last number indeed. And if we just copy that, we will know it didn't break, right? If I add that, shouldn't break. My total updated. Let's see again. So our total is not updating now, which is good. We just let it run 0. Okay, let's try it with the whole thing. Is that it? Let's run. No, cancel that. Of course, there has to. Is this even right? I have no idea why that failed now. So we made it, so all of it is 0 now. What did we do? It is between these two things, right? I forgot. It evaluates if it that didn't exist. What it will do is, even when it hits the last element, even if we broke up here saying it's not valid, it will still add the item. So we break there, let's say if I equals to, we're on the last element. What happens if I run it again with the whole thing? No, I'm still getting 278. If I is indeed the last value, But the idea was, if we broke up here, that means it is not valid. What if we have moved this inside the for statement there? So no, that will only be if the length of update z is less than the updated values, which is not always going to be the case. Feels like we are so close yet so far away, right? Okay, so did a quick debugging. What I've added is this key called broke midway to check if we actually had a break, and we will only run this I, like update the I, if it hasn't broken midway, right? And in here we said broke midway to true if it did break midway, and that's all it is. And then I moved this I++, it was down here before, now I moved it up, no index issues, and the number seems to be right. So the only thing left is to actually see. I have a very bad feeling about this, but hey, at least we manage. We'll be happy getting the other number right, 7198. Hey, we might have not done day 4, but we've done day 5. Okay, we have done day 5. That is it, guys. See you tomorrow. Hopefully I have a little bit more energy, because today I feel dead. But it is Friday tomorrow, so I'll probably be in a worse of a situation, but we'll see. Alright, won't linger you anymore. 1 hour